there today, everybody. This is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So if you've been enjoying all the videos that I've been putting out, I recommend subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified every single time I put out a new video. At the moment, putting out 3 videos a week, straight throwing tutorials. So today, I want to talk about how to start to lower your score. You know, this is a big one from when I was learning, because I was just like everybody else. I shot, +6, +8, and I wanted to get down into the 0 and come back up on the negatives. Was my goal. So how do you go about starting to lower your score? So I like to look at it as there's 2 ways to play disc golf. The first one is what I call the 1,000 rated pros. A 1,000 rated pro plays birdie par. That's how a 1,000 rated pro approaches the round. He's playing for birdies, and then he gets some pars. So those are your 1,000 rated pros. Then you have your pars and bogeys. So as an intermediate, or if you're under 1,000 rated, a lot of times you get in trouble trying to chase birdies. Chasing birdies for an average player raises your score. What do I mean? Well, if you're chasing birdies, that means every throw you're trying to just rip it as far as you can down the fairway. It hits a tree, ricochets, into the bush. Now you're struggling to get out of the bushes. That's a birdie chaser. The difference is, the pros, they're really good at getting out of the bushes and still getting a birdie or a par. And if a pro gets a bogey, it's not uncommon for them to rip out 7 birdies on the next 7 holes. So that's the difference, is the pros, they play for birdies. Different mindset. Your mindset needs to be play for pars and accept your bogeys. And how do you play for pars? You gotta play placement disc golf. And that's what I started to do. Instead of trying to rip my disc as far as I could down the fairway and then trying to hope it didn't hit a tree and ricochet off somewhere, I started playing placement golf. Most people can throw 200 feet. On a 400-foot hole, all you gotta do is throw it 200 and 200. That's 400 feet. So you go 200, 200 putt, you just parred a 400-foot hole. But if you try to rip your disc 400 feet, you hit a tree, ricochet into the bushes, now you're playing for bogey. But that's the difference of the mindset. Like I said, for me, all I tried to do is hit my spots, play short, and then throw your upshot to get it to the basket. You need to stay in the fairway. But that's the best way to focus on playing your round, because like I said, it's, you need to play for pars. And then hopefully don't get a lot of bogeys, because the difference is, when we get bogeys as an average golfer, we can't rip off 5 birdies to offset it. All we're doing is counting the next hole where we get another bogey. We'll rip off 5 bogeys. That's a lot easier. 5 bogeys, So if you really want to start lowering your score, you got to start keeping your disc in play. Also, you need to learn to putt. Putting, you know, is part of the game. But for like me, I was better at throwing the disc than I'm at putting the disc. So I relied on my throwing being more accurate, getting my throw, you know, getting that approach shot inside of 30 feet. Inside of 30 feet, I'm a lot better putter. You know, I make more putts from, you know, 15 feet than 20 feet, you know, right there, than I can make from 30, 35, 40 feet. So it's just real important to start throwing the disc and keeping it in play as you're learning. You know, as you get better at putting, you know, then you're going to notice, you know, by being more accurate, you start getting better at putting, your scores are going to start to go down. And that's what it did for me. You know, I went from playing +8, +6 to playing even to playing, you know, 4 under, 5 under, 10 under. You know, so it made the whole transition over to, you know, now I can play disc golf at 8 under, 10 under. But it just came from changing my mindset on how to play each hole. So I just recommend, if you really want to start trying to lower your scores, you got to keep the disc in bounds. And then you'll make better throws. You're going to get the disc closer, you know, get the disc inside 30 feet so you can make your putt. But if you sit there and try to just blast it and, you know, chasing birdies, you know, your scores, you know, gonna implode. You know, so, but that's how I finally changed my mindset to playing placement disc golf, and my score, you know, dropped dramatically, super fast. So I just recommend giving it a try, see how it works for you. You know, just a different way to attack the course. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha.